introduce you to a gentleman who took the opportunity, and I want you to watch this video, and I want you to think about your own why and what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this video. I introduce you to Dave MacArthur.
The house was tiny, an extended family of 8, more at times when Dave MacArthur and his wife took in foster kids. Dave gave everything to provide his family with a decent life. He was working, but life wasn't working for him. By 4 a.m., Dave's morning was well underway, delivering newspapers. Next, a full day of fixing cars at the dealership, then home, to work on more cars in the driveway. Yet they still barely got by. The house needed repairs they couldn't afford. There was no money for even simple luxuries like going out for a movie or dinner. No time for family or anything but work. Tired didn't even begin to describe it. Without sleep and exercise, Dave's health suffered. Depressed, overweight, and in complete despair, hope faded further with each endless day. In his darkest moments, Dave thought to himself that only one solution could permanently stop the pain. But a solution did come. One that would begin a transformation beyond anything he could have imagined. Isagenix would change everything. It was Isagenix that sparked Dave's health transformation. He released 27 pounds and found an energy he hadn't felt in years. As his health improved, his outlook on life improved. Renewed and hopeful for the first time, Dave shared his success story. He met others who he knew he could help with Isagenix products. And then he saw it. He saw opportunity. A path not only for health, but for a better life too. A business that would rescue him from 16-hour days and a mountain of debt. A business that could provide a new house, a new lifestyle, and a freedom he thought he'd never know. Dave MacArthur is proof that a life can turn around, that seizing an opportunity can propel you from struggling to soaring. From mechanic to millionaire.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave MacArthur.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Natalie. They have me blubbering back there. Thank you. Just need to get back in my body here. Before I get started, I just want to say to my wife, I love you to the moon and back. I wouldn't be here, wouldn't have made it without you. Thank you, Carrie. Our life, our Isagenix journey has been incredible. We've literally exceeded all of our dreams that we've ever had, dramatically. We get to do what we want, when we want, for as long as we want. But it wasn't always that way. In 2005, I wasn't at the end of my rope. I had no rope left. I didn't want to go on living anymore. I had enough. I felt like a failure. I was always discouraged. I was always tired, always out of balance. I remember one specific morning getting up, looking in the mirror as I was getting ready for my 4 o'clock appointment with the newspaper out, thinking, what in the world have you become? You're about as far away from your goals and dreams as anybody could possibly be. I'd get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of times my wife Carrie would go with me on the newspaper route, just so we could be together. She'd fold papers in the back of the car and then throw them up front, and I'm throwing them every which way. Has anybody ever had a newspaper route? There's always somebody. I don't recommend it. So then I'd go into work, fix cars, and then I'd go home at lunchtime, and I'd eat as fast as I could so I could get in a little nap, and I'd fall asleep on the couch. And my sweet wife, she couldn't shake me on the shoulders. It's time to go back to work. I didn't want to go back. I was too tired. Imagine that, week after week, month after month, year after year, going through that. And then I'd go back to work, come home, fix cars at night on the driveway. And we were still struggling. I was putting in 14 to 17 hours a day, still struggling, more month than money. Credit cards maxed out. Missing payments to make other payments that were even more late. It was so bad, and I just want to be transparent. If you're familiar with the mechanic shop and the lift that you can put your car up on, and the mechanic's working under it, I would disengage the safety mechanism because I was praying for God for 2 things. One, to take my life because I had enough, or to help me find a solution. And every time I got under that car, I thought this could be the time. It's not right. Well, luckily things started to change very quickly and very dramatically. Me and my wife were introduced to Isogenics. And for me, literally, you guys, it was day 3 that I don't ever remember feeling that good. I called my wife, I'm like, do you feel that? Day 3, by the end of the week, she said she had her husband back. Literally. Thank you, James, Kathy, and John. I own everything that I am today because of you guys and your vision. Day 3. Anybody familiar with that feeling? Like, what day was it for you where you just felt amazing? What day? Day 4. Day 3. Day 5. It's so common in Isogenics. And people notice the change in me. My attitude changed. I lost a total of 53 pounds. I got my bounce back in my step, my enthusiasm, and people wanted to know what in the world was I doing. They forced me to share. And I did. And that's when things started changing. I remember my first check, $22.50. I was so excited about it. What did I do with that $22.50? I remember exactly what I did. Don't judge me on this, you guys. I went to Arby's. Why did I go to Arby's? Because all the other mechanics got to go to lunch. I never got to go to lunch, where I could buy it at a restaurant or a fast food joint. So I went to Arby's. I had a lot to learn, right, about nutrition. So from there, you know, things just started moving up. Me and my wife, literally, we couldn't go to, it was either dinner or a movie. I remember there was a show on cable, dinner and a movie. I just felt like that was out of our reach. Dinner and a movie at the same time, never did it. And all of a sudden, we're going to dinner and a movie. We felt like the Jeffersons. We were moving up. It was awesome. And what was so cool is it happened multiple times during the month. That's when I knew we moved up. We had a penthouse in the sky. And it didn't stop. Started creating strength and momentum. I used the products. I understood why they worked, why this transformation overcame me, and why it was happening for other people, which motivated me to want to proactively continue to share and change other people's lives. My why back then was change the financial environment for my family and to provide the opportunities that I wanted to as a provider in the home. Well, so I continued to share, people continue to get results, and that just, it just exploded. As a mechanic, the mechanic always has the worst car. Really does. He doesn't want to go home and work on his own cars after working on them all day. And my wife, because of our situation financially, she was driving a 1989 Dodge Caravan, dark purple with wood paneling going down the side. And whenever we stopped at a stoplight, literally smoke coming so bad out the tailpipe that people in their car behind us were going like this to wave the smoke out of the way. I wasn't proud of that. And very quickly, I was able to put my wife into a brand new car, a brand new Honda Odyssey van for my family. That was such an incredible feeling to see the look on her face and the pride in driving something that was reliable and nice. And then 9 short months, we went from living in our 1,400 square foot home, which was way too small of us, needed repairs. The front picture window on the front of the house was all shattered. I kept calling the window company to see if the price was lowered like about every 2 months, and they never lowered it. And so that broken window was always there to remind me of the failure that I was. And in 9 short months, we were able to move. I was able to move my family into our dream home, a 5,000 square foot home, 7 bedrooms. It's our ISA home. I think you saw a picture of the backyard there. Swimming pool, in-ground trampoline, basketball court, playground on the side for the kids and now the grandkids, and a barbecue and a kitchen in the backyard. I've got a refrigerator in the backyard. Yeah! That just blows me away. So we're living our dream. That was the pinnacle to me, but it hasn't stopped there. Literally, mechanic to millionaire. It's now a 7-figure income. Right now, a 7-figure income annually.
Awesome.
Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, said, we at Apple, at the very core of Apple, we believe that people with passion can change the world. But we at Isagenix believe the same thing, and we're doing it. We're doing it. My why has evolved, it's changed, and has grown to include more people and to help more transformations in people's lives. And my number one motivation has always been, not the money, but to be involved with something that had integrity behind it, something that included the values that Isagenix represents. And so I went to my first Isagenix University, and I was so excited. I walked out of there on fire because they taught me about my why. I just looked at it, I gotta have some purpose in life, some meaning that will really give me enthusiasm. And when I found Isagenix, they talked about my why, and they helped me to define it, and then to refine it. And I saw how they both came together. My values, my core values, aligned perfectly with Isagenix. And so I dedicated my life to it. Mark Twain, he says there's 2 important days in a person's life. The day you were born, and the day you discovered why you were born. I want to add a 3rd day to that. It's the day you discover the vehicle that will help you to manifest your why in your life, to make it a reality. That's exactly what Isagenix is. It's that vehicle for everyone. Somebody says they don't like network marketing, they don't understand network marketing. It allows you to control your environment unlimited, no roof. I get to build my business the way I want. I get to talk to people and share my vision the way that I see it. And that's the freedom that Isagenix gives us. David Wood, he recently interviewed me on Amplified Network Marketing, and he asked a pretty profound question. What would the Dave of today say to the Dave back then? And I was thinking about it the other day, and it moved me to tears because I put a little twist on that. I thought, what was God saying to me when I was back here, when I was struggling, when I was at the end of my rope? And I want to share that with you. And I don't think he's just saying this to me. I believe he's saying it to every one of us. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. I know you feel like a failure. I know you think you'd be better off dead, but it's not true. You have greatness within you. And guess what? It's right up around the corner. You can't see it, but I can. It's right up around the corner. And I've prepared some people who are going to put together an environment and a culture that will allow you to tap into that greatness and make it a reality. It's called Isagenix. It's just right up around the corner. So don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep having hope. I believe he's saying that to all of us. Greatness that's within all of us, we have to work for it. We have to work for it. I wish it was easy and that we didn't have to work so hard for it, but we have to work for it. There was times, many times, and there still is, when challenges come up in wanting to accomplish the goals with my Isagenix business. Susan Slide calls them wall-kicking moments, wall-kicking days. I had many of them. There were times when I literally wanted to quit, when I thought it would be better if I went back to what I was comfortable with and forget about my greatness. Could you imagine if I had? I don't even like, yeah, no. I don't want to think about it. So I want you to think about right now, that greatness that's within you. It's going to cost you a price. I don't know what it is until you get there. But I want you to commit right now, no matter what, that you're not going to give up. The grass is not greener on the other side. T. Harv Eker, author of Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, said, if you can't make it in Isagenix, you can't make it anywhere. And he's right, because there's never been a culture and an environment like this that supports people to bring out their greatness. So in this closing, I want you to look at the person next to you and say, I commit right now to my greatness. Now to that same person, I want you to look them in the eyes and feel it in your heart and say, I commit to your greatness. Because that's what Isagenix is all about. It's this oneness, moving forward as one. The human spirit has never been more alive, more powerful, more enabled than it is right now. And I believe that God is putting a vision into each one of us to move this world right where he wants it to go.
That's right.
Connecting to your why is a big part of your success. It's everything. Personal development. Your personal development is synonymous with your success in Isagenix. You have to commit to it. You got to discover that why and develop the skills, the ability, the knowledge to be able to accomplish it. And it takes time and it takes effort, but it can be done by every single one of us. And it's my great privilege and honor to be able to bring this next wonderful, beautiful, amazing young woman up who is just crushing it. She's on a mission. She's on a crusade. She's creating a revolution within Isagenix, especially in the start group, that ages 18 to 35. So please, get on your feet, and let's give an incredible welcome to the stage to the amazing Tina Kelly!